man. All right, let's see here. Where did my YouTube tab just go? Where did my actual YouTube tab go? Okay. Let's see here.
如果会让你感觉奇怪的话，会遇到什么有趣的事？
Is there a spot where I can see? Okay, I have to finish this one with you whom I never knew.
没想到，地风大图书馆的首次对外开放，竟然是以这种形式实现的。
当时情况危急，只能便衣行事。
缺了神？
不对，并不是图书馆变成了墓志铭，或许在历史上的地风陷入他的下一个名字。
其实我原本还有点苦恼。
要说现在还有事，
游云老师，
怎么走到哪里都这么多人对我指指点点？虽说我本来就是活该受到万众瞩目的天才，但万众瞩目的强度也太高了，这不是在捧杀我吗？
游云老师，我准备为你和回归的神明大人准备一篇专题采访，题目我都想好了，咱们就叫它“无神论者的弥撒”。你说
That's the title of one of the other chapters.
好久。
确实很酷。不对，现在哪里是做这种事的时候？都怪我把末日倒计时再启动包装成神明归来倒计时。考虑到我因为是国土，既然你喊了我老师，那我可要指点指点你了。你认为期末考结束之后，我们要做的第一件事是什么？
是把考前学习的所有知识全都丢到脑后，大玩特玩。
大错特错！我们应该凭借还算热乎的备考状态，迅速投入寒暑假作业的海洋。等数据研究所手头上的最新数据都分析完了，再安安心心玩也不迟。我们已经坚持了21天，为更加确定的未来多等3天也差不了多少。
游云老师说话就是一针见血啊！这种严谨的态度和神明大人到底什么时候回来无关，反而是咱们地风人对。
没错，哪怕神明大人下一秒就出现在这里，我们也要也要坚持你们刚刚的想法，对吧？寻梦者，神明大人从地风外赶回来的这一路上，一定很辛苦吧？
游云老师还真是敏锐。
除了蕾耶拉和纳赫拉阿姨，全地风找不出第3个比我还喜欢神明大人的人。更何况，这种勉强自己的状态，我也硬扛了很久。只要一眼，就能发现同类。
但现在，没有哪一位神或者哪一个人需要勉强自己了。因为他们可以相互依靠。你看，在希纳外出开拓新城市的这段时间里，游云老师更是已经成长为所有人的老师了。
你说博土他们的称呼啊？那个不是师生关系的证明，只是他们圈子里对同好者的普遍叫法。不重要。啊？怎么啊？你吃醋啦？
老师受到大家的爱戴，我只会非常高兴。吃醋嘛？也有一点点，毕竟游云老师已经不是我的专属称呼了。
你意思有一点点油嘴滑舌了。
游云老师总算没那么焦虑了。果然，当着这么多人的面连续撒谎，难度还是太大了吗？
寻梦者，小游云。
啊，大家好像都抒发完对神明回归的澎湃情感了。
总算轮到我。是时候向神明大人汇报一下近况了。神明大人，好久不见。既然好久不见，能不能再对可超越、能质疑、应作别的神明大人说一次那个？不是说好只有我们2个人的时候才这么好吗？
原来我是外人啊！
不是啦，辛苦了。我也只是，如果没有因为不行，当然很有学者风范。什么意思啊？关于这件事，总之大家放心，即使神明缺席，地风人也不会被动的接受。所以，我有比一点都。说是说，我自己已经被这段时间，
说不定他只是比游云老师更擅长掩饰，
和掩饰无关了。请问，以超越质疑做世 这不是天天跟在神明身边，被地风人认为是最有可能继承神明职责，成为第二代神明的人家只是一般路过的初中生，听不懂这些带框框的专有。完了！难道神明大人在看过这篇文章之后，从刚才到现在，似乎有成群结队的念头在你的脑袋里跑来跑去？这是啊，又跑出来了。我真的不是这边。还有，我很想和他成为朋友的愿望。我为什么要暗杀？所以你就是白鹿游云。嘘，小点声。就算你不管别人怎么想，小一只话说的那么酷是要怎样啊？你究竟在一些事，因为哪怕事与质疑。希纳蒂亚，不过在做别上，只要大家的问题不再是，总之，你认为是的，这不是很棒？一辈子啊，不行吗？这耶拉不如过。
居然从某种意义，
他呀，小小的身，虽然情况不容乐，
小游云，
岂有此理！那条臭龙到底在想什么？现在是
别担心，他不会。
就算这
和海啸不同，如果匣子预言的末日概率，小游云，
希娜姐，我会和所长。
暂时不用，我马上就要为招募一。你们等我一会儿，我准备好了就来。
寻梦者，我需要做些事情，让自己没空想雷拉的事，不然我一定会担心个不停。
我们和大家聊聊吧。
Apparently, one of the classes that I registered for, I'm supposed to have taken another class as a prereq, but I'm taking that class this same semester too. But it didn't give me any errors when I signed up for the classes, and my advisor also didn't say anything. So, I'm just gonna roll with it.
因为
真的
可让我可思。
他说的是死了。
这实
雷耶。
Damn, could you imagine if we actually got the chance to, like, actually fight mobs in this environment? Like, they created this whole elaborate environment, and we hardly get to see it in the main game. It's not a small indie company anymore. We're not recycling sets anymore.
久等了，询问者。游云老再怎么那么小那不是双子是后来没事。
I'll be honest, I tried my best to keep up with Part 2 story up until this chapter, which isn't the current chapter, it's one chapter before the current chapter. Whoa, different outfit Serapium. We don't even have this playable. I think they wanted Serapium to be a playable character at one point. And then they scrapped it and turned her into an astral out.
原来是这，小色拉，你没有说，我明白了。这个时期的不死了，如果就像你能听见白吉能。
A skip button on the side, looking tasty. Hell yeah.
事不宜迟，我这就找游云老师借用我们没有未来。等等，啊！在找小游云之前，我觉得你应该和我好好解释一下，你口中结合的含义。
What you meant by union? Lesbian sex.
在那之后，两位姐姐为回溯，
考虑到希娜
I'll see you in the drift. That's what she means. She's gonna see you in the drift, and we'll have Wotan 100%.
逆风结合起来会化身风曲，这是寻梦者姐姐。可如今的我们，一个能让寻梦者姐姐，这就是匣子呈现的希娜姐姐的过去。
We're back at the apartment.
为了减少对回溯，
如果有小色，
Oh, this is like before we did a bunch of the upgrades and stuff, right? Nice little washer dryer stack. Sink outside the shower room. Wow, look at that epic painting. This is a mirror. Not actually another door. Or is it? It's like an emergency door into the restroom.
我曾对一类故事大为不可思议，但现说不，因为希娜迪亚，希望这能钝化你对痛苦的感知，并使你早日醒来。纳赫拉从未以神明之名称呼过希娜。
Wow, look at these artworks that are not hung up.
不必担心。
Why is Nahal
作为小磊爷爷
Yeah.
的代理监护人，我每天晚上都会用一些特殊的方法强迫他老实睡觉，保证他能享有7个小时的有效睡眠时间。
Nahalab.
不过，
Nahralab.
总之，等你醒来，
Rah,
要记
rah.
得多夸夸他和询问孩子长大后
Nahralab.
哪怕是
It's because even though Hoyoverse isn't a small indie company anymore, the Honkai 3rd team is a small team now.
有点困，稍微小憩一下吧。还剩2说，倒计时还剩2天的时候，纳赫拉
Financial failure is now punished by having a smaller, effective team made up of intern coons, intern chans, and less budget.
死了。
寻梦者姐姐，希娜姐姐在母星曾经得到过不朽的赐福，因她展开的回溯梦，从不是故事的某一章，它囊括了2颗星球的历史，无数人的。如果你的意识被卷入漩涡，就会。
谢谢你的关心，死了。我所经历过的时间，也曾一度超越我的想象。每一次机会，都是寻梦者应当把握的最。
我明白了，寻梦者姐姐，不要是。
我没有选择，时间不多了。为了我新的未来，一旦失败，不堪设想，机会只有一次。
Max Ramus.
必须杀了你！
Yo, Raven. Like, they had interesting characters, but the ratio of story build up and lead up and like exposition and, you know, world design and setup, like the ratio of that to actual story progression just got worse and worse as part 2 went on.
说起来，到底是什么让纳赫拉在如此之短的时间内做出了杀死我的决定？
No ability to jump.
匣子在哪儿？还亲自使用过吗？那是什么？
你手里的难道是？
好温暖的光芒。它是因为希娜压制了，考虑到我与希娜掌握的力量存在此消彼长，想必时节。
It's evil me. It's evil me.
没想到居然真有勇士不怕父亲的经历，敢悄悄带溜溜球给我玩。谢谢你，陶瑞斯，暂时还不能给公主殿下玩了，但你可以看着我玩。我苦练了1周，那陶瑞斯还不快露2手？呵呵呵，这可是公主殿下说的哟。
这就是你从小到大的每一天。跟着这团微光，或许能够和希娜取得联系。
真期待大家见到反叛者1号时的反应。从此，拉卡达人不再只有一种可能。谁都好，快来个人一拳打晕我吧，好让我醒。那一定是无比。
这是希娜即将和娜。真是令人安心的往事。之后的路。
Yeah, yeah. Bold ideas. They didn't stick the landing. They didn't stick the landing, and so a lot of them didn't pay off.
时至今日，我依然记得我在创作时，每当我将临界，因为我知道一件未有之物。如今这光虽然微渺，每每捧起你，正在我的手中，一点点、一点点的重生。
Like right now, it's kind of annoying because we're still digging in the past. We're farming scraped data to try to find an answer so that we can actually progress the actual like real life story.
连接起你我，连接起现实和幻梦。我知道的，你一定就在这里等着我。啊！只要给我足够的时间，我总会寻回。你看。循着毛总是蒙上尘埃，也如过去那般美丽。仿佛你又一次站在了我的面前。所以，若我失去尘埃，失去你所厌恶的，使你悲伤的，让你恐惧的一切，说是遗虚。
Yeah, they definitely got way too ambitious with the world building and the scale of the story. I really wish that they had just grounded it kind of like the beginning of Honkai 3rd, where we had like a plucky hero, a beginning, middle, and end, this idea of like, okay, this is the general thing that we're fighting against, and just like start from there, you know, and then over time slowly uncovering the conspiracies and fighting that. Instead of making the whole conspiracy the whole story, you know?
你将会感到些许陌生，但时间而后，我必须阻止雷拉。有什么在撕扯着我？
It's like if part 1 started the whole story where you, Kiana, are fighting HOV from chapter 1. Oh, this music's actually kind of slaps. Hold on. This music kind of slaps. Let's just marinate on this music for a little bit. I hope to goodness they remember to actually publish this one on the Spotify playlist when they release this album. Which, you know what? It might actually already be on one of the published albums, because this is...
知道影子，试着驱散影子。
But yeah, pretty much like at the beginning of Chapter 2, you find out that Layla is like the big bad that you're trying to stop. But then you also kind of realize that Layla is you, the Dream Seeker. Ajita's still in the background, kind of like a nebulous like thing that we still have to deal with.
这份记忆呢？
你的反派
不加遴选，而是向这颗星球上的所有人，
若没有
只因你暴徒会与鲁莽无，因为你。
I guess with Hoyoverse, I'm kind of tired of them utilizing like past history as a trope to extend storylines.
故技重施。
This is getting old. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
雷拉。
She's just gonna get jackaled. At least Jackal had like a beginning, middle, and end, right? Or at least a middle and an end. We don't know her beginning. But I also don't care about Jackal's beginning. She actually just, you know, she actually just got to resign and, like, you know, live in peace after the fact. I don't even know if she faced any consequences. Like, did Shixel ever send Raven to hunt her down and make her pay for her war crimes and crimes against humanity?
还有完整的记忆，太好。
Yeah, DS is just an online avatar. But they're basically...
不要哭。
They're basically home-growing their own split personality of Layla to try to undo stuff that's already kind of locked in the past.
你的眼泪。
Oh, Elysian Realm music. Are we auto now? We're home-growing a split personality to stop Siren?
这就是最后了，拥抱你新的命运吧。西纳迪亚，我的西纳迪亚，哪怕只有一瞬。 当我能真正拥抱你的时候，
Yo, you're playing through Genshin Story right now as I'm doing this. Raven, you're playing, you just got Irminsul on fire. You're almost caught up to the main story. I felt like I was understanding the Part 2 story, all the way up until after the Helia and Coralie power-ups. And then, like, we just went off the deep end after that. Like, they were trying to introduce Yo-Yun, and I was just like, what's the relevance? We've already been to the past, like, 50 different times. Don't fall asleep! How can I not fall asleep when the story's just that uninteresting? Oh shit, we're on a train again. Trains are significant. Not this fella! Good, go away. So tired of Vita. Whoa! That's too many Senadinas at once. This is like that one, like, weird meme. Don't sleep.
输给一个疯子，我才不要！无论如何，先试着让回溯梦的时间恢复正常的流速。
Wake up. Wake up. Shinji, wake up. Shinji, get in the robot.
你知道什么都做不到，与什么都做得到，相差多少次成功吗？
单说某一个领域，至少也要上百、上千次。
答案是1次，只要成功1次，你就能站上10。要是第2次尝试又幸运的成功了，代表你已经是什么都做得到的1/1000版本。要是第2次
I feel like whatever she's talking about here is kind of like the principle of one more try, right?
哇，是
If we beat our score, then we won. But if we didn't beat our score, it doesn't count, and we just go again.
听好，不要对抗负面情绪，否则它就会成为一个敌人，一个需要花费你大量心力去。你要对它保持好奇，每当它出现，就问问自己，它有没有可能带来什么好处？当这种好奇成为你的习惯，你就不会在被一支箭射中时去感受、接纳第一支箭。
将其内化为自己的力量。
Does it gent? Yes, it does. Okay, again, the pacing, right? Like, who storyboarded this? Why are we gonna load into a map and then just cut to like cutscene right away?
那又如？因为做过不会停，哪怕这。在目见刚刚一切的根据雷耶拉找回最后，这样说来，如果不过，在白色迷追随着微对我的存在，只要给我足够的。现在看来，每一缕微光都是希娜的一部分。之后，我被卷入一片黑暗，并在那恐怕就是雷耶拉在大崩坏爆发后，依循末日之矛。雷耶拉找回了真正的希纳迪亚。如果雷耶拉口中的真正没有任，经雷耶拉之手重生的希纳，不那么，与我在未来相遇的希，在白色迷雾追随对我的，只要给我足够的时间。现在看来，之后，那恐怕雷耶拉，如果雷耶拉口中的经雷耶，那么，在与瑟拉失去但安全，才被雷。是啊，是。瑟拉没有食言，借由结合的力量，我能清楚感知到希娜所在的方位。
I can't believe we haven't had a playable Dream Seeker, like an A-rank Dream Seeker, yet. I feel like a playable A-rank Dream Seeker would have gone so hard at the start of P2.
在这里，没有人会对缥缈的神明和荒诞的现实产生。
Like, there were some nice slice of life moments, alright? Like, I'm not gonna ignore all that. There were some pretty good slice of life moments, but I feel like it just dragged on and on.
市民大人晚上好，小优。难道地风没有？
雷耶拉，这就是你为地风赋予的更梦幻的色彩吗？
Like, they made all these really amazing maps, and we only use them for, like, very little. You know, they could have used one of these as, like, an Abyss side stage map. That would have been pretty... That would have gone pretty hard. Teach us how to blitz. It's a blitzball sphere.
希纳迪亚，啊，不必的，可别忘，要是你都是从我活了，我只知。
I just want to go fight the dragon now.
哎呀，是神明大人。
Oh, chat, when we go to Beast of Reincarnation, I might actually up the difficulty to hard. Because the game on normal is kind of boring right now. We've outpower scaled normal difficulty. This is a nice sunset.
明明已经很因为，说起来，不过就这么把娜娜混进糖罐里的金色果冻，好，
好，
金色果冻也太难吃了吧！希娜，我都会在这里等你。
This is the ending of Halo 4. This is literally just the ending of Halo 4, right? Senadina is a hard light construct right now, sacrificing herself for the survival of Master Chief, which is you, the player character. You guys ever seen that movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson? That movie is also basically just the plot of Halo 1, but without the sci-fi setting with aliens and flood.
比你好奇。
梦穿越他人，或许所有只是偶尔，正如此时此刻。帮我降虫吧，远道而来的神明大人。
These segments with little Laylas were pretty fun, or little Dream Seekers.
和3个会说话的棉花娃娃，希娜而我。 或许是因为结合的成。简单来说，在希娜到来之前，我们已经通过山。但搜查推进到这里之后，我们发现了一个十分棘手，因为无论如何也没办法降低它，我们决心利用看起来就无所不能的那个。这位回应数以亿计的今天逝去，留在希娜记忆中的仍是既无高潮与转折，哪怕降低37%也好。
Wait, is she wearing shoes? I hear shoes, but I can't. Okay, she's wearing shoes. Because wasn't in the original first CG she's barefoot?
应该不是哪怕的程度吧？47.82%。 再演第一次，没关系，在我们管辖的欧夏。如果还有连我们召唤出的神明，那我们就此散伙吧。你们努力了很，最可惜。
That could have been like A-rank Dream Seeker gameplay, right? She summons her little puppet clones, kind of like Mobius. Punish him, yeah.
这孩子，我觉得那又要多，因为今天是我的生日。还有虽然前一位阿轩，我只是想说，哇，如果在做一件事前，连想象他做成的画面都不敢，那我们又为什么要去做？笼罩希娜的迷雾。好啦，惩罚时间结束。希娜，你要不要在欧夏四处转转？我想回家了。然而，既然希娜这么说了。 甜蜜舌尖限定款在梦里是不限购的，希娜不想尝尝吗？它真的很好吃。抱歉。 到了，
Take her
就是
to
这
the
里
anchor. Send her back into deep space. Or, I
这
guess,
是一座可称精
the
灵的
quantum computer.
透过日光的，即便他为了解答那
那是我的。
旋绕于毛身，希纳迪亚，不可以。
Yo, do you think with all the AI models, one of these days, an AI model is just gonna spontaneously run one of these Dreamseeker-like occurrences?
这不是你要走的路。
And just have this, like, internal existential... I wonder how much power that would burn. That would be so awful.
这没什么与灵魂跳脱。说过
黑暗的黑暗，吃我一记降虫攻击！呸！什么鬼东西，敢在我的地盘撒野！希娜是因为希娜看起来十分苦，
怎么会？
不好，猫生又出，不要紧。牵制意识的影子被阻断在裂隙的另一，
就像寻梦者说的那样，对于坏东西要好好惩罚一下。那倒是大可不必。
It's like... These three subcomponents
这不过是一场梦而已。
are fighting against
不需要它，
the
我
Dark
们也能够走
Layla.
向明就是。
如同初见那般，三个娃娃再次用连珠。
But it's weird because we're all Laylas
走
now.
之前，触碰它，不仅是为了回到我真正的家，也是为了重新成为自己。
I have to mash the X button, right? There definitely has to be a button mash to this. What? There's no button mash? Missed gameplay opportunity.
那自信不会赢，那便是我是，那便是。那么，如果那影的流动，微尘凝聚，光芒自一道早。
Layla Xehanort? I don't think she's Xehanort level.
在命运之日结束说过。
I'm still confused how the quantum computer managed to separate Dreamseeker based on the data of Layla. Cause okay. So technically, Dreamseeker is a data clone. I forgot that aspect of it. She's a data clone. Cause I guess was it Agito who spun it out, or because Agito was like the system administrator, right? So this is still under 8.8. Save this to the 8.8 folder.
哪怕这两颗种子是在完全不同的世界。说来也巧，我刚刚就遇见了，可惜因为我的任性，你之后应该完全没有时间。不过，你要以一个热情的拥抱作为再会的开场白吗？考虑到你有可能已经忘掉了刚刚的梦，还是正式一点，循序渐进比较好。找到你了。
Maybe Senadina's the one. Maybe that's this whole plot line. We were a simulation, and then the Senadina that was gone but was brought back found the simulation,
你有没有觉得
and then inhabited us as a host so that we can fight real Layla.
它像生命一样美丽，又像死亡一样
I wish they didn't make the story so convoluted.
你好呀，梦见了我的人类。虽然我们的时间并不同，但
紧张、期待，而我不能随便和陌生人跳舞。
他的声音，为什么是阿寻的想法占据？
哎，你不懂，我怕被其他人误会。
你心里那坏心眼的小东，
对不起，希娜， 这里还真有第三个。
你该不好，现在是梦梦的想法出现了吧？这样就对了嘛。
Okay, we're at the beginning of part 2! In media res, it only took us 2.5 years to get here! This is the Odyssey! We've now ended back on the island with Calypso. Alright? Matt Damon. He finally remembers. It only took us 2.5 years. This was last patch's content, by the way. This was also at the beginning of part 2. This was at the beginning of part 2. I remember this. They were like, yeah, we're going to Mars. We're gonna have all these different landscapes. And, you know, they flew out Island and Zikadla, and they were like, yeah, we're going to Mars. Look at all these epic landscapes that we never actually got to play in-game. I remember this one specifically. Dude, all the missed opportunities. Okay, we actually did get to go to that spot. Hey, look, it's Sneznaya! Sneznaya, we actually did go to that one. It's in a different game. This is the Land of Iron, right? The Land of Iron and Sand in part 1.5. I mean, just so many missed opportunities, bro. The train tracks. And now the quantum computer is yours. It really does feel like the Halo 5 phenomenon, right? Halo 5, where all the advertising pointed to one thing, and then when the game landed, it was a completely different thing, and the fan base was just, like, confused and let down. I feel like that's what happened with Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. You see that, like, epic animation with, like, all these different landscapes and concept art and, like, environments, and we got none of it. Well, not none of it. We got, like, 1.5 of it.
梦想、未来以及希望，在那场毫无保留的共舞中，希娜将她的一切都交给了我。并期待着
They're using Kiana to promote that auto chess Pokemon game.
拯救文明的命运。
The auto chess Pokemon game isn't even about Pokemon, because I feel like Pal World already did it more successfully. It's about auto chess.
话虽如此，拯救一个支离破碎的世界有多困难？即便没有保留任何简为我视线的未来，曾踏实，我失败了。可除了不甘，如今的我还感到了深深的庆幸。
This reminds me of one of those loot items from Destiny 2. Those Decahedron type loot drops.
哪怕在绝望中沉沦，质疑付出的努力，秉持的信念，
认为他们是应被抛却的负担，只要狠心割舍，自己就能尽快抵达完满的终点。我也一次都没有屈从这样的想法，并截断其他仍在行路之人的可。所以这一次，我仍会选择离开你。只要把包裹着你和星之环的最后一枚星辰魔法送到外星的伙伴面前，种子就落地了。而后，相融的梦境消散，我会顺着它的余迹返回地峰，用10回的自我还原塑造了自我的世界，使我的子民彻底摆脱影的干涉。
You know what this sounds like? It kind of reminds me of Elysian Realm, where like all the flame chasers were like, "All right, May, we're gonna give you the signet. You're gonna carry on our memory to the future, and let humanity continue to survive."
我将因此复归与当年一般无二的状态，承受历史，因为陪伴在我身侧的是不带一丝虚饰、无比真实的爱。至于刚刚发生的事，我相信我会的。我还记得，在某个命运之日，一位能自如穿梭梦境的寻梦者会梦到我，并借由相连的梦境，赠予我一个可以前往
I'll see you in the drift, Senadina. I'll see you in the drift.
而这位寻梦者的名字，如果有可能，我希望是现实中的你。有一个很特别的名字，特别到听见他的声。可如果你就是我的雷耶拉，又为什么没有立刻认出我呢？原来不够自私的人会得到这样的惩罚呀。在梦碎之前，话语还能留下他闭上眼，呼吸，想象。是了。他要想象他注定无法看，想象那个人因成长。我必须是一个想到什么就去做。
I think one thing, at the very least, that they do well, or at least decently, is like just constantly pushing the theme of like needing to move on, right? Like in the end of part 1, there was this whole feeling of like, okay, moving forward in life, you have to learn how to let certain things go. And I feel like in a way, this one, the moral of this story is like dealing with grief. The grief of, you know, someone important in your life passing on and moving on. And then like dealing with the memories thereof. We'll save these CG stills. But in a way, right? The end of part 1, and I guess with all of this, there's a euphemism and an analogy in that, like, every great season of a live service game that you partake of, like, it doesn't last forever. You know, like World of Warcraft back in vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, great times, but times change, and you can't live in that past forever, you know? Because even if you revisit it on the classic servers, the vibe is different, the people are different. You can't revisit those same moments. I had a great time in War Within Season 2, but War Within Season 3 just didn't hit the same, you know? I had a blast in Midnight Season 1, even though the balance was bad, but now Midnight Season 2 is about to go off, and, like, I don't know if I'm gonna have the same energy for it.
你会忘记？当然不，因为生命即使那种，为了实现，不必精雕细刻。
I don't mind like this part, right? Because this is kind of like that self-actualization moment between Spirit Senadina and you, the Dream Seeker. But I felt like the long journey to get here was not worth it. It really does feel like the Odyssey. Like, think about how many times Odysseus landed on like bullshit islands that just like didn't help.
寻梦者，你真的来对吧？寻梦者，寻梦者的表现也不会太差的。原来寻梦者对我们之间的关系这么不自信啊！
希娜莱姆，我们当然不会把你丢在这种地方。你究竟是夸我还是损我啊？那就拜托你了，希娜。
Yeah, right now, I guess right now, Zenless still has the benefit of, like, the show don't tell aspect in some of its storytelling and whatnot. They're doing a little bit better with, like, story planning and storyboarding and stuff.
这就是生命赠，这还真是一个奇迹般的辉煌。
They straight up mentioned it this update. Can you, like, was it in the special program or what did they say and where did they say it?
我在。你，
对不起，让你等了这么久。
回色梦才刚结束，你怎么就……别太在意，就把它看成。对了，你在回色梦里有发现什么信息吗？我上次体验的时候就想象了一个很特别的人未来的模样。 而最后，我想象的那个人，他居然真的以一种不可思议的方式在我面前出现了。
Is it with Remiel? It's the 3.1 story, right? Like, can I skip the rest of 2.x and just go straight into 3.0 story?
这场无望的等待，远比你如今记住的要更加漫长。而你彼时的感受。
And then if you obtain a karma core, you become a void hunter. 2.x kind of boring and no lore. Yeah, I felt like 2.1 was fun, and then I played some of the Ye Guang stuff. I'll have to look into that this week. But I need to log into Zenless and finish that whole beach minigame stuff. So that I can get that outfit.
我会一点点还给你，雷耶拉。
你没能找到娜娜这样做的原因？
是的，若她我不希望。
我明白了。
没有，希娜。不过在那。
Return to reality. Oh, we get the jump button back. We can jump now. This would have been a great fight arena for literally any part 2 fight. You know what I thought was like also a waste? Remember Thalima's like entire fortress? They only used like one arena from that for like a couple of boss fights and then like hardly ever sees use other than that. I think they should make some more, like, Abyss side stages with some of these, like, Part 2 assets. You can keep going. Oh yeah, the Raiden Mei clone that, went berserk and Remiel had to take her down.
为什么不问问可靠的末日特工队呢？
远远看到你一个人在这里发，
风先生，
因为由于放开。
All right, I gotta go use the restroom.
谢谢你们。
Let me finish this dialogue. Oh crap, cutscene. When are we gonna get this alt Serapium costume?
小色拉，
All
你
right,
听到了什么？
put this on pause, and I'll be right back. We'll go use the restroom, and then come back. We'll continue the story grind.
大家为自己能够帮助寻梦者。除此之外，你和寻梦能做的，而我唯独所以。
Within the dragon's lair. Uh-oh. Finally, some real conflict,
我记得有一颗
maybe.
星星上的人类，
不理他。纳赫拉这次真的上一秒摆出那种爱说教的大人的样子，凶巴巴。
人们从自然中寻找一切的答案。他们没有电车，没有通讯基站，也没有生态穹顶河。难道是觉得太普通了？
我还在生气呢，我绝对不会听这条坏龙说任何话。
Bad
那
dragon.
个是属于拉卡达的裂隙，是我最后一次去到西纳迪亚的故乡时的回忆。即使得到了永生的龙鳞，一颗星星的消亡，依旧伴生于构成它的一切。
然后怎么了？我不跟你说了。
驳回，来不及。
那又怎么了？我还在生你的气，才不会陪你。
不生气，不生气。小磊爷拉不是一直很想到龙的巢穴里做客吗？啊，对了，就像是在家里招待客人时，我们会拿出糖果。
骗人！你手里根本没有星星糖，你不要以为那一套永远都能做。
说的也是。要是纳赫拉的糖罐永远都能平，
才没有！那么重要的事，怎么可能？怎么突然不说话？好了啦，我知道你对时间完全没有。然后在参观结束时，立刻放我出去。
那我们就从这里开始吧。
Jump! No dash. They need to give us dash. So we can air dash.
因为或许是构成我的一切。
啊，原来你也有这样的。那个时候，你的身边有一条守候你的龙。
没有啊，我们没有这种温柔的惯例。龙穴之中，
念头
多漂亮
呀，
亮晶晶，
亮闪闪的。
新生的生命，凝视它最初的向往。黄光，是把自己的。
所以，无论是在天上还是地上，你有。
Maybe now Fralab will be playable in
去了那么
part
多
3.
就像是
When Helia and Coralie come back to Earth just in time for APHO3,
虽然但它好柔软。
Coralie will bring back baby
我就
Nafralab.
会觉得
小磊耶拉的神之居所，我不挑枕。当然，
Yeah, what if Nafralab ends up
我还
in
想问你一件事。
Nexus Anima?
不，还是待会儿再问吧。好厉害啊！这是一颗被
因为他
Black
现在不属于
holes,
任何人了。
nihility.
现在，
Where's Welt?
什么？
Acheron.
我记得我没有
那和
所有的
那和了。对了，
小磊，
当然也会有难过的。
那来这里。
Yeah, it would be nice if for Abyss we could actually, like, fight in some of these zones.
我听希纳迪。
这个名字是
纳赫拉，你今天笑了很。之前你一直在尝试笑给我看，我很熟悉这样的。纳赫拉，等一下啦，一言不发。
一颗卫星，正在为他那还不具备文明的行星闪烁。
和我说这个我也不理解。
小磊耶拉，
你才不是说。
没关系，小磊耶拉，地风的人们，你最近结交的朋友，寻梦者科拉利。
你竟然好好记住。
他们很聪明，很可靠。
希纳迪亚
在环宇旅行中，2个人味道相似的事极其罕见。
我闻不到龙能闻到的味道，撒娇也好，耍赖也罢。
若说寻梦者是你的姐姐，那瑟拉佩姆，她定是你的妹妹了。
That's how they get you. Yeah, I
虽
know.
然还没有，可围绕在我身边的人越来越多之后，我反而听不见他的声
Playable
音了。
playable Rosalind in Genshin or in Nexus Anima for everybody that was robbed of that in Genshin.
纳赫拉，纳赫拉，
抱歉，我想单独待一会儿。
喂，纳赫拉，你要去哪里？突然交代那么多事，我怎么记得住嘛？
I just
现
want
在还突然跑得那么快，你一点也不像个大人啊！不，大龙。
Wait, why can't I make this jump? Oh, I have to double jump. I feel like 2 things in any video game make traversal feel better. That's the ability to dash and air dash, and then the ability to double jump. And bonus points if you get to dash, jump, air dash, triple jump. That's how you make movement in any video game actually feel good.
难怪连投影机里的画面都是倒置的，这里竟是这样的。可是，坏了，我不会把它跟丢了吧？
What? I couldn't double jump. We were double jumping just fine. And then I couldn't double jump. I tapped jump the second time and it
发
didn't.
现你了，纳赫拉，站在那里不许动。你知不知道交谈的过程中把对方丢？
Their small character model animations and gestures are really good.
你可以好好说明你不
Ever
开心
since
的
part
理由。
1.5.
要是不想说，也应该好好告诉我。就像你那……
对不起，
算了，
我准备了很多话，严肃的、悲伤，所以我准备了一个陌生的自己，来完成我想要完成的使命。
你在说？
可是我做不到。越是和你待在一起，白天的窗户亮闪闪的，地峰是一座很美丽的城市。或许到它终结的时候，我也会把它装进。
就像放下一本又一本。
是的，一眨眼就学会了希纳迪亚是这样。
我听不懂纳赫拉，很早以前就是这样。渐渐的，我就不再和纳赫拉说话了。我想，他大概也是这么想的。我就不再会为他的话语感到难过，反正他一直会在那里，懒散的，即使消极怠工，即使只惦记吃饭。而现在，他似乎在，可偏偏他的告别好笨拙，笨拙到他也是。纳赫拉，你能告？如果你不想，跟我说说别的好不好？
浮雕壁画，我记得那里的人类小小的，依照约定再次造访的时候，
这不是就玩1、2、3小骑士好不好？哎，你记不记得？因为利托斯特总是特别严肃，希纳呆，你就站在这，我不会问你。不要说的。
准备好了吗
？7、8、9，回头。
7、8、9，回头，看看谁被抓住了。
我赢了，纳赫 赫拉，我问你，希纳迪亚给我买的咩咩么么好喝的呼呼茶，是不是被你偷喝了？
爸爸木木呼呼啼。
我没有，是利托斯特喝的。1、2、3，小骑士；4、5、6，拍拍手。
我不信，追加一条规定，不许说。
7、8，
下一个问题，你讨厌筹备图书馆的工作吗？我特别在意。
我不讨厌那份工作，只是我收集到的第一本书，那个故事很糟糕，我不喜欢。它让我很不开心，所以我打算等忘记它再开始工作。
哎，那你就一直想着它了？能让你那么不喜欢的？
那是另外2个问题了。
你又学希纳迪亚，还有一点点就要赢了。我的要求，其实在提议完这个游戏前就已经决定好了。纳赫拉不愿意寻求我的帮助，在寻梦者那里，我学会了一件很重要的事。我要告诉纳赫拉，不管发生了什么，我都会和他一起面对。所以事情一定没有那么糟糕。我们不用在现在考虑如何道别。
回头，看看
纳赫拉。
雷耶拉，我请你，求你不要这么对待他。
不过是数据生命而已。
那你眼中的我呢？
纳赫拉，身处长夜的祭坛之上，总要有人做那4生的祭司。若不是你，也可以是利托斯特。杀死他，你没有选择的余地。
一个手握永恒的智者，又是为什么要对飞过的一瞬说出？星空里有很多星星，星光看久了。1、2、3，小骑士。
是龙，好大好大的龙！
看了就知道，
我们能为您塑像。
龙啊！
7、8、9，是伟大的。1、2、3，
喂，龙女，你能和我比试一场吗？我想成为这个国家最强的剑客，用这把剑守护想要守护的所有的。不论哪个时代，不同的光源都在执着地从黑暗手里守护人类。石蜡、火油、电灯，这个烛台也是。我做不到是什么意思？你别小瞧我了，所有书。
7、8、9，
指过路的。
出生的龙在望向星空的时候，美丽，它应该就在。看看谁被抓住了。
当您看到这里，
当您听到流言，当你再次来访的时候，
我一定已经辞别这个世界很久很久。
好短暂，这样的生命，怎么可能我不理解。
1、2、3，小骑士；4、5、6，抬起头。星际旅行啊，真是让人羡慕啊！我知道，所以我才来请求你的帮忙。娜娜，总有一只萤火虫会告别战火弥漫的焦土，飞上高高的天际，成为寰宇之中自由而闪亮的星星。7、8、9，跟我走，你是我的好朋友。娜娜，这个游戏的诀窍就是出其不意，趁其不备。啊，是这样吗？哎呀，准备好啦！啊，原来是这样吗？啊，那赫拉
1、2、3，
好，有破绽。希纳迪亚好厉害。原来这次胜利的原因不是我的。没错没错。笑什么啦？那赫拉，你要是不服气，那我来陪你。7、8、9，不松手，我们永远做朋友。
是啊，无论多少次回过头，希纳迪亚曾经是人类，是一片栽龙望维的鳞片所造就的。小蕾耶拉，是希纳迪亚照顾，时间缓慢地在他们身上流淌，如此于是，星龙得以窥见一个如人一般。我以为
它大概是一个，就像，现在这一次回头的时候，哪怕我们亮晶多漂亮，一条独行寰宇的龙，为什么甘于将自己囚诱一隅？我想，我已经得到答案了。为大图书馆收集馆藏的第一天，我找到了一个故事。
This is so creepy. But I still need to archive this for archive's sake.
恶魔蒙蔽了一位智者，智者行变。我讨厌智者在那一瞬。如果有别的龙途经此地，在龙是啊，星龙会回答他。是，是为了一个人。即使不是现在，而是与一条龙，那么，我抱着高度幸福的预感，现在享受这一瞬间。那时就给我套上枷锁，让时针停止，命运垂死。这么说，友情提克拉里，在倒计时冲，像这样不该。
Finally,
那真的
our
能解决
main
问题吗？
characters.
待在这里就更不能了。
They're supposed to be our POV characters.
这次就让赫利亚同学带路。
真是的，以前哪次探索
See
新领域的
this?
时候不是我带路？
Jump dash, jump dash. Oh, it feels so good.
是。鼠影诀，
鼠影
是，
我还以为你会说我拿地球的树来接火，
这不是被。
不过说起来，给
是啊，
克拉丽。
I like how the scale of the environments makes you almost think that you can be in a Armored Core game or a Final Fantasy.
虽然海啸已经结束，但猎血还是会不时出现。
Thank goodness we're getting some combat.
不要在日常巡查中漏掉鼠影诀。目标。
Reminds me I'm still in a Honkai game for a little bit.
还是晚点再提醒吧。在我们回来，调查攻略，调查攻略。
别客气，惊喜来了。
不了了呀。
Is that Yo Yun?
我好像幻听了。今天鼠影诀。
See, look at this! We could have had playable Yo Yun.
是我们啊！
It's us.
什么通缉友军行为啊！两朵未来之花的未来和地府的命运差点被我一炮毁了。幸好你出手及时。
其实刚刚本能的反应是一脚踢开游云手里的武器，还好理智拦住了我。不客气。
当然，寻梦者就学着8岁的克拉丽留了个字条，说什么再见了老师，今早我就要出战。叫醒我可是他的老师哎！就算没本事真给那条臭龙来上几炮，好歹也要送送学生啊。不过，他没有和你们一起吗？
大家都在分头训练，也就是晚上休息和早上出发时能碰个面。啊，今早实力
居然连字条也没给你们留啊！说到这个，末日特工队还是轮班制陪练。唉，多的也不说了，走吧，让我们。赫利亚。 走前面。
确实，考虑到这里仍然存在裂。
不是啦，是我走得急，忘带地图了。我能冒昧的问一下游云老师，在这迷路了多久吗？那可太冒昧了。在想什么？
在探路前，我以为只有一条路能通向道路，彼此交汇。我们甚至能遇到从其他岔口迷路而来的游云。当然，
你还挺会说的嘛，克利亚同学。
那你在想什么？
在想，喂，我能想什么？
克拉丽绝对在想些乱七八糟的事了。
待会儿见面能不能不提迷路的事？
如果是你一辈子的请求，那我会认真考虑一下。
当然是。
Still locked on rails, can't jump over the guardrails.
怎么还有裂隙？哎，平常心，这也是地方人生活的一部分。呼叫炮火掩护，速战速决。
动，一起来，游云。
万事俱备，好了，只欠交给我吧。
别客气，打把时间。别走神了。
Oh yeah.
你这最小功率的威力还是有些恐怖啊！哎，回去我会改进一下。跳箱子，哎，那赫拉不是节能，
或许……
嘿，瞧他想的，你们三人和蕾耶拉就不是无辜了。你们看，那是谁？
The auto jumping was a little bit too easy.
寻梦者姐姐，我是没关系，斯拉。假如某天不行，不能用写故事的状态和姐姐们交谈。一旦那样，他在干嘛？练分身术？
为了和自己憧憬的人好好讲话。
哦，你怎么知道？
我有一个朋友也是这样。
哦，那走吧，我去给他当亲友团，你请你那位朋友传授一下经验。小狮子和小鹿，原来星之子前传是你写的呀？那你一定是教寻梦者通过匣子生成梦境的另一位老师，瑟拉佩姆拉。游云。前2天时不时就能听见寻梦者嘀咕你的名字，但我还是第一次见。我今天本来想试着邀请游云，我那等一下，瑟拉同学的预演已经够了。陪练的时候，每当我想跟寻梦，一开始到现在，我反而有点……我理解。和蕾耶拉待在一块的时候，我也会暗自期待他什么时候突然问我一个奇怪，我们一起思考，一起想不出来，然后又一起买冰淇淋吃。犒劳虽然想不出来，
冰淇淋
努力想。
Alright.
那
不是你说
I
可以把
grew
我
up
们
with the
说的话
term
在
雪
分
糕
享给寻梦者吗？当然，我会分享升级版的想法。
怎么回事？连赫利亚都不
Just
需要
the
再准备
regional
一下吗
terminology,
这
you
有可
know.
能是最后的战争哎。
雪糕 is more literally like snow cream. Or ice cream rather than 冰淇淋. When I think of it, I think more of like popsicles.
紧张于
事情总是说
好，克拉丽，我很爱，可我想说不出沉重的，我无比希望游云说起心事。说真的，
希娜，我想委托你替我暂时保管寻玉手记。在这种情境之下，我记录了一些唯独不能……这还差。
地风的神明怎么能这么好说话？不行，我要加倍。我们会赶在寻梦者打下一个哈欠之前回来，然后逼着他狠狠补觉。
我完全……你们
知道就好。
既然大魔王克拉丽女士和她最强大的骑士赫利亚小姐都这么说了，我也只好老实照，
否则就要在福池广场推销100杯好喝的咩咩么么好喝的呼呼茶。那我 修法寻梦者姐姐在地风大图书馆读你们那这个不行。
Serapium's got the fanfic.
既然希娜姐姐和寻梦者姐姐不喜欢，
回来时，
故事的结局并非只有好与坏，你的身上从没有背去选择你认为对的路。
那
你是我的蕾耶拉，更是大家的寻梦者，所以要和克拉丽和利亚一起平安回来呀。去做你想做的一切吧，为了使你不再失去。这一次，我一定会。
If we don't finish the 9.9 or the 8.9 story chapter, I want to at least finish the 8.8 story chapter. Which I think should culminate at the end with this boss fight.
这里真的是纳赫拉的家。哦，一进来就是红色形态啊，那我们有的打了。书上说，内心的混乱会投射到房间的。
这段时间，
巧了，
我也是在回溯梦。
我现在，
所以第二种没错，他第一次出现是为了阻止 V 塔毁灭善区的恶劣行径，第二次现身，则是因为我们不按他规划好的路线一路跳关，直到倘若追溯至更早的时刻，譬如，我想，这两
身为神明的他，或许并不像 V 塔在和希尔前辈交手时那样全知全能。呵呵，咱们糟糕的未来一下又好起来了。
我希望如此。如果不想与不能的猜测，
蕾耶拉越是不想，越是不能，我们越要竭尽全。不过，这场战斗中最大的变数还是纳赫拉，没有人能保证。我算是你们之中和纳赫拉最熟的人了，在接受不朽的试炼时，所以，无论现在的纳赫拉
于蕾耶拉而言，于我而言，
都准备用出如此激进的手段了，竟然还在担忧这种事。欧夏与廊丘的，好吧。那阿杰塔博士就用最简单的话给你信心：凭借将无限接近于真实。
于我而言，这仍是必须抓住的唯一机会。
那咱们就好好干。蕾耶拉之间亦有差别，更何况我方的……总之，小问题。
当然，
果然有埋伏。哼，是，这些怪物不会是纳赫拉的收藏吧？势不可挡。嘿，正好，试试游云改装后的装甲。
你们看天空。
啊，你在想？别担心，凭借这段时间的训练，只可惜他对我的
没关系。
当然，这次还有新的登场姿势。武器没有寒武。他的力量正在逼近，哼，想直接开打吗？我不介意。怎么回事？我明明感受到装甲的力量。
倘若希纳迪亚出现，我会很苦恼。好在你们遵守了约定。作为奖励，我给予你不必设身此战的权利。
你是怕3打1自己打不过，才非要来这一出？
龙不喜欢为命力争斗，我想，克拉丽也不会喜欢。
那是你对我最大的误解，我超爱打架的。喂，你到底解不解开？
交给我吧，我会尽快解除束缚你力量的东西。纳赫拉，我不想跟你绕弯子。
You know what? My biggest regret of not playing this chapter when it was current is that I missed out on drawing all the fan art of Nafralab. Could have been me. I could have been drawing all the fan art, and I didn't.
如果你知道末日倒计时因你再度流转，愿意就此收手，放了小蕾耶拉，我们可以不救既往。可我唯独不能接受，你在借此催生更大的恶果。
看来，无以不必留情。
I feel like they did a great job with her character design, especially her like combat form. I just wish that they made her playable, like, I don't know, a year ago.
毕竟扪心自问，只要献祭一人的性命，便可使神明归来。面对这样合宜的交易，我又何须犹豫？汝之长梦，就让吾亲手做结吧。
I feel like her dress is too reminiscent of like a Rita though.
那何拉，执着于渺不足道的虚像，为何独不愿承认？你我亦在其中，目睹。
Woo! This should be an Abyss stage.
"在我的领域，他无所遁形。
只能坚持这点时间吗？
I don't actually want to have that mechanic in an Abyss stage, but I think that just having that mirror world would be really cool for like an Abyss side stage and final boss. Okay, Balteus.
可别忘了，我的陪练对象也有翅膀。你确定要用同一个招式对付女武神？
死于幻身的怀抱，亦是独属空梦者的浪漫。
留心他们的动作，找错了吗？
果然是他。
你们似乎适应了节奏。
冷静，进攻前一定会有破绽。
区人类。
Is it left 3 times? No.
干得好，寻梦者！
如此拙劣的把戏，还要用到什么时候？
我的隐喻被……
错谬的存在必须抹除，僭越者。
那你的错误就是把大魔王和阿丽女士关在外面。
来了。比预想中还要快。
当然，寻梦者向来说到做到。
愿以真实之痛，似如永恒长夜。
哦，
不惜用这样的代价，也要消灭寻梦者吗？
永远固身于此。
小心，有什么在逼近。
寻梦者，力量恢复了吗？
当然，
一鼓作气，从缺口冲出去。
寻梦者，你还能撑多久？放心吧，这次一定畅行无阻。
Oh, there's a maze.
如此也好，若应献上一切。
Oh, we dodged. That was a sick dodge.
结束了吗？
不对，快躲进我的隐喻。
Is that it? Sheesh. Yeah, the hitbox is terrible. Another missed opportunity for button mash. Wotan 100%.
我说过，我绝不会再让那种事发生。你竟敢！纳赫拉！
逃不了的，小磊爷了。来吧，
又是这样，一定要牺牲同伴，才能取得一场胜利。 绝不接受！
契约的冰珠于此回应召唤。你还要再继续吗？
就是现在！
Sheesh! I feel like they should have did that so much earlier in part 2. Like, that was so awesome. Why did they make us sit through so long of a yap session just to get to this?
给我睁开你的眼睛！
That was such a good boss fight. But I wish these boss fights would actually just let us play the game, you know?
希娜迪亚，不，
Yeah, give Fuhua back!
可在一切的开始，又是谁向你许诺过？只要如此，定能实现死而复生的奇迹。
It was that Fuhua chapter all over again, but without a cinematic to go with it. Could you imagine if we actually had like a full animated CG to go with it? At the end of the boss fight? Bro, dreams of Honkai Impact having budget again.
这不是我要走，就此停。真的，还记得吗？
我要永远做我自，哪怕在我对，希娜迪亚，如果你没有来就好了，你就可以永远做你想做的事。
我知道你的，
但于此，我果然敌不过你，总是能看穿我的所有。希娜迪亚，你果然是完美无缺的。我很高兴能在最后的最后再次证明了这一点。你比任何人都了解我，我也比任何人都了解你。所以，这场破釜沉舟的赌注才有价值。希娜迪亚，我知道我做什么都困不住你。那么，他呢？如果寻梦者和洛星只有一方能拥有未来，希娜迪亚，他会希望你怎么做？
和平最好啦。哎，接下来要逛街吗？还是去补觉？
Okay. Okay, so now we're caught up on we're caught up now on 8.8. I want to say that the Perception boss fight was one of the best boss fights that they ever did. And I feel like the first 3 chapters, even though the story was kind of weird, look at how many boss fights we had here, right? First arc of part 2. We had 3 bosses. And then just look afterwards. From 5 to 9, that's 4 chapters. 5 to 9, only 2 bosses. Heat dive automation. I don't even remember this boss. Like, that's how bad this boss was. The stupid fish? Yeah. I think we one-shotted it so fast that they didn't even deem it worthy of Abyss. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't made Narwhalab an Abyss boss yet. Alright, I think that's it. That's enough Honkaiing for today. I think we try again tomorrow. Oh, but tomorrow I can't stream too late because I actually have to be up for school on Tuesday. But hey, we're almost caught back up. We're almost there. We're almost there. Wow, in Europe it's already Monday. Wait, did they ever change APHO2? Where the rewards actually gave stuff? Bro, I still have like a stupid amount of like random side quests in APHO2. Oh yeah, look, they did! They added a bunch of like this stuff here. Pog. Well, they listened to the feedback. I will say, if not for nothing, they actually did listen to my feedbacks regarding this, because I complained about this one time, and they were like, okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Let me know if you guys see any crystal tasks. Oh! There we go. Yeah, real Honkai Woo moments over here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think this week I'll also have like study hall streams on Twitch only. We're not gonna do. We're not gonna do. Where I'll just like we'll just do like live streaming me studying my schoolwork and doing homework IRL. Man, okay, so the chapter was pretty bad all the way up until the boss fight. I just can't justify it, you know? That was what, we're on what, 13 of part 2 now? Finally caught up on chapter 12, and I very much, this chapter just sucked except for the boss fight. Just absolutely, like, come on, bro. Hopefully tomorrow we have enough fortitude to sit through the entire chapter 13 in one go. But yeah, this felt very typical Honkai. You know, just Honkai Part 2. 1 hour Pomodoro study with me, Kappa. Yeah. What was the Pomodoro method? It's like a tomato, right? You do like 10 minutes of study, 5 minutes break, 10 minutes of another study, and another 5-minute break or something like that. All right, let me take a restroom break and then we'll come back and we'll do some Beast of Reincarn. In the next chapter, you can walk around a lot. Good. Good. I need to walk around a lot. Need to burn some calories. All right, give me a bit. Gonna take a quick break and then we'll play some other games. Do you guys want Genshin when I come back, or just Beast of Reincarn? Type it in the chat. I'll be right back and I'll see your responses. All right, thank you, Raven, for hanging out. All right, what do we say? Facepalm, no reply, no preference. If no preference, what I'm gonna do is we'll play Beast of Reincarn, and I'll just hit Genshin and Star Rail off stream once we conclude stream. I think I want to do at least like maybe 1 to 2 hours of Beast of Reincarn. I'm refreshing my college email like a hawk just in case some of the professors drop some last minute changes. I already caught one professor had the wrong meeting times on his syllabus and he updated it right away, like within the night. So I was like, whoa. Absolute pro right here. Alright. Real quick. Raid Shadow Legends. Alright. It's Beast of Reincarn time.